think love is just caring about people, or really anything, no matter what. No matter what happens, it's just like caring and feeling affectionate and just being happy, at least most of the time. Yeah, is that acceptable?
I went through a phase from when I was like maybe 10 to 13 where I didn't say I love you to my mom, and it wasn't like that I didn't, but it was just like a wall, you know, being a tween and like growing up and maybe feeling like stupid for saying it. And I have some friends, you know, they'll be on the phone with their mom and they wouldn't say it, like they just say bye, and I always go, I love you, bye. Like that's just, so that's always been a given with my mom and my dad. And then, yeah.
Strongest ways I've felt love is definitely with my friends, because they're just so accepting of me. I mean, like they obviously care about me. If I do something bad, they'll tell me I messed up, but they'll still love me. They'll still care about me. They'll still be friends with me, no matter what. And that has really meant a lot to me, because I don't always get that kind of support from like my family and people in that environment. So yeah, like no matter what happens, no matter what I tell them or what I experience, I know that they'll always care about me.
In a relationship now. I've been dating my boyfriend for 7 months, and we've always been there for each other. We've been through, you know, like some ups and downs, and that happens in relationships, but it's always, you know, he's been there for me and I'm there for him, and I'm a pretty cuddly person, so, you know, I show it very physically, and I love to just like cuddle and grab and squeeze and love, and that's how I show my love.
So love to me early on was just love from my parents, and that feeling of being accepted for who I was and feeling safe and protected. And then I think love, the idea of it changed for me when I was in high school, because then it was more about attraction and hormones and kind of how you felt about somebody else. And I think that probably once I was in university, so in my 20s, I started to realize what true love actually was, and that's when you care about somebody even when you're both in the worst of situations, and you know you can depend on them no matter what. And with my husband, I obviously knew what love really meant. And now that I have children, I realize that a love for a child is unlike anything else that I could ever possibly imagine. And so yeah, I just feel like love is accepting somebody for everything they are as an individual and always being 100% there for them no matter what.
Well, I think love definitely changes over time. I think that as a child, love it's almost like an instinctual thing. It's like something that you need to grow and become the person you are. I think it changes over time, because as you get older, you hit like adolescence, and suddenly things are changing, bodies are changing, ideas are changing, and then suddenly love becomes this all-encompassing kind of idea that gets perpetuated in so many ways. But I think intrinsically love is kind of like one of those things that you can't explain it. You just know it. When you're in love, you just know it somehow.
I think it's important that people bring their individuality to love, and that you are still able to be yourself and to be an individual. That even if you are a couple, you still have yourself in there as well. That you're not just about being a couple. It's about supporting the other person in trying to make them the best that they can be, but not losing yourself in the meantime. And I also think that love, it goes back to the Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 13, about love is not boastful, and love is kind, and love lets the other person be themselves, and it's not about showing off, it's about being in sync, and it's about understanding the other person. And then showing love to your children, it goes back to that unconditional piece again. they're your kids and they screw up and they don't do things that you want them to do. But when it comes all back down to everything, you still love them. They are your kids. And I think that's important to foster in children, that they can show different kinds of love and that they are important enough to be individuals and be valued and to be loved. It's important that they know that they are valuable enough to be loved.